Good morning. Welcome to meditation. I'm Aimee and I'm going to guide you through this. And as I guide you, I'm doing it right along with you. So let's begin. I want you to find a comfortable seated position. You can be in a chair, or you can be sitting on the floor, on your couch. Resist the urge to lie down, because oftentimes we'll get relaxed enough that you could fall asleep. And of course, never operating heavy machinery while you're becoming heavily meditated. I would like you to have something to drink nearby. So grab and have it be something that's not excessively sugary. So just grab a bottle of water, grab a glass of coconut water, something that allows you to quench your mouth. And I will do the same. And you don't want to guzzle, but you just want to sip. Okay. Then I would like you to take your first few fingers and I would like you to lightly drum on the orbital bone right under your eye. You'll feel it because it's a bone. And just start drumming with your first 3 fingers. And now work up around the eye. Like right there at the brow, under the brow. And then go to the inner corners of the eye. And alongside the bridge of your nose. Lightly drumming or tapping. And just do it again. Go down the nose, under the eye, up around the eye. Go to the lid. Only this time I just want you to do one at a time. So your left fingertips will gently pull the outer corner of your right eye to the side so it flattens the eyelid, and then just tap. And just tap. Very light, but enough so you feel it. Keep tapping. Okay. Now I'd like you to take your first finger and thumb. Very lightly start pinching all around the eye. On the eyelid. And it's very tiny, very small pinches. You just grab a little bit of skin, press it together, and release. And do that all around the eyelid. And do that all around the eye, under the eye. The skin right there at the bone. And just pinch up top. And release. You should feel some of the tension relax around your eyes, around your right eye. You should feel tension around the eye was freed. It's a subtle sensation of release, therefore relief. And then just blink your right eye rapidly. And then close it. And then open it. Beautiful. Left side. Start tapping right underneath the eye itself, all around the bone. Go up around the top, the bone under the brow. Remember, you're just tapping or drumming. Find what the movement is that works for you. Inner corner of the left eye. Move over onto the eyelid itself. And just start tapping along the bottom of the lid right there above your lashes. Go all around. Take your fingertips and draw that outer corner of the left eye a little bit away to smooth out the eyelid. And as you're drumming, you don't want to hurt yourself, but you do want to find spots that feel a little bit sore, a little bit tight. And then just start pinching. Very small pinches, remember. Not hurting. It's very delicate skin around the eye. So be mindful of your own delicate. But it's also an area where we hold like 80% of our attention. It's an area where the nervous system is governed. So if you do anything to have the eyes feel more relaxed, more rested, pinch all around. Remember, listen to my voice, but stay in tune to yourself. And relax them. Okay, give yourself a little mini face massage. For me, I'm going right into the jaw. And you want your movements to be slow enough that you feel a connection to your own face. You're not touching yourself absently. Think of all the tension you can hold in your face. Maybe work your temples. So much tension there. See, we're taking a few moments before the meditation to relax. And if we relax, we're going to feel like we're more in our body. And if we're more in our body, we're more apt to have a successful meditation. Go ahead and just massage your own scalp. Oh. Alright. Bring all 10 of your fingertips together in front of you. I'm sitting on my love seat with a small pillow under my arms and hands to give me a little boost. My arms are just resting on the pillow that is resting on my legs. I'm seated in a way where my hips really are sinking into the love seat itself, the cushion underneath me, while my spine gets a little bit of length. My shoulders are back, and my head is gently tilted toward as if my gaze was right out at my hands. With your eyes wide open, take in a breath. Hold the breath. Take in just a little more. Hold it. Release it all. Okay. Start by seeing your thumb tips touching. See your physical thumbs, the actual thumbs touching. All your concentration is being now funneled right into thumb tips touching. You'll feel sensation of the gentle pressing of the thumb tips coming together, but you're not pushing them together. You'll funnel the focus straight down into the thumbs. You might feel heat, you might feel tingling. Just get a connection that clicks for you. And try this out. Close your eyes. But channel your focus right down to your thumb tips touching. Your 10 fingertips, as I guide you, are going to be an anchor for your mind to keep funneling its focus. And the more you funnel the focus, beam it straight down to thumb tips, you're going to feel them more strongly, the physical connection more strongly. So you funnel the focus to your thumb tips, and your thumb tips have their own sensation, and they'll feel your concentration of them, and you'll feel that sensation, the feeling, become deeper or stronger or richer, more powerful. Notice I did not say think about your thumbs. I just said put all your concentration, channel it down to the thumb tips. If your mind has another thought come in, just let it pass through like a ship floating by. And keep channeling your concentration to your thumbs instead. Whatever is not the experience of thumb tips touching, let it all pass through. Kind of just like a canoe or kayak floating down the river. Think of the river as your thoughts. Let them pass through. You stay anchored to the thumbs. Allow your mind to just relieve itself of all the head stuff, all the chatter, by letting it pass through. It's like you're a witness to your thoughts, but they're not you. You're not your thoughts. So whatever comes, just let it come like it's floating down the river. You stay building your house on a rock of feeling thumb tips touching. Again, whatever thoughts come in, let them come right in and come right through with no attachment, no meaning. You give it no meaning and you'll realize it has no power. Your meaning is with your thumb tips touching. You're not floating down the river, you're anchored to the thumb tips instead. Everything else goes right down the river. Trust that whatever's truly valuable, truly important, will surface again in mind. We're just clearing out all the stuff that's not necessary in this moment and today. Now your eyes are open or closed, but all the concentration funnels to the thumbs. So every other thought, you literally pay no mind. And through the meditation, we're clearing the mind. So the thoughts today are more potent, more simple, and simply you're creating a space so that you can access what's important to think about, to remember, etc. Drop your concentration right onto your index fingers touching. Feel your index fingers, the first fingers, together. Now try this, take them apart. Now, can you keep your concentration there as sincerely? Probably a little struggle, right? Bring the right fingertip slowly into the left and the left into the right. Now let them press, let them find each other. And there's a sense of almost relief. Your thoughts are passing through, and there's a relief of the index fingers as your anchor. We need freedom in our lives, but we need anchors that are sincere. And our fingertips and the meditation just represent an anchor, creating stability of mind. You hold your focus onto your index fingers. Any other thoughts Allow them to pass right through. Resist the urge to rummage through them and sift through them. Trust that your body has a wisdom to bring you back to what's important. But otherwise, let it all filter right through. Beam everything right into the index fingers instead. Meditation is a practice of clearing and emptying some of the excess. We're not adding more on, we're paring down. Notice the clarity and simplicity. Simplicity of feeling index fingers touching. Once you have the physical feeling that they're touching, it's truly a no-brainer. And as you devote more concentration to the index fingers touching, it'll strengthen your ability to stay with just the index fingers, as opposed to floating down the river with this thought and that thought. You don't need to float, you need to stay put. Take your focus and funnel it now to your middle fingers touching. If you like, you can keep the thumbs touching, keep the first fingers touching, keep the middle fingers now touching, and take the other two apart. Do you feel the power of these fingers tips, each of them so far, those that have come together? Do you feel how it kind of can be like a paperweight for your mind, like a steady rock? Land on your middle fingers. Build your house on a rock there. Everything else just floats through. We can have so much internal excess, and it feels really good to clean house. Just think of meditation like a vacuuming away of thoughts, or a floating down the river, as I say. An internal cleaning. Just like you go in the shower and it feels good to clean your body, and you clean up your house, you make your bed, you put away your clothes, you hang up your coat, you wipe down counters. This is all we're doing. We're just doing it for the mind. We cleanse our bodies, we cleanse our homes, we keep our car clean. And that feeling creates order. That we put effort to cleanse and to make clearer creates order. And the mind craves that too. Take the order and concentrate it right to the middle fingers. And with your focus on your middle fingers touching, as well as first fingers and thumbs touching, the mind will clear itself out. What's really important will resurface. It might be taken with more consideration and more seriously, because it is valuable. When you clear your mind, your intuition can speak to you clearer. Like the reception is really, really clean and clear. Funnel all your focus to your third fingers touching. Be with them. Take them apart a little bit, and then close your eyes and then see if you can really channel down into the third fingers and the connection. Just before it connects, you feel your fingertips coming toward each other, and then boom, they're there. And you know they're there because you feel it. I didn't say think if your fingers are touching. I said feel them, which is the language of communication from our body, our intuition, our feeling. When we're too much in head, when we're too busy, when we're too distracted, that subtle languaging has to work harder to reach us. If you're so busy listening to what the people outside told you, then it'll have to work harder to communicate to you information about you and what's best for you and your path that is unique to you in this lifetime. Feel your third fingers physically touching. It's still a very practical meditation. You want it that way. You want it in your practical day-to-day life. Third fingertips are your anchor. Your eyes are opened or closed. If they've been open, just try gently closing them. Releasing tension around the eyes simply relaxes you more in your nervous system so you can be more still and rested in the body as we go through the meditation together. See, there's always a method to my madness, you know. The sound of my voice is telling you to stay channeled with concentration right into third fingertips. Channel your fuller focus. All the other thoughts being whisked away. Slowly too. They're just slow and steadily being whisked away. So trust that whatever you need to know will come back to you, whatever you need to remember. And then you'll love that perhaps you're clearer to take in all the information that you received today. And that you're also being reoriented to the wiring of your own internal guidance system. Channel your focus now to your pinky fingers touching. Feel them just a bit apart and then feel them coming together. Feel that strong connection of two being better than one. Really take in the potency of two that allows, it's the two that creates a stronger union that you can feel of the fingertips connecting. Give full thought to your pinky fingers and let everything else just float on by. Attach only to the concentration of pinky fingers touching. If you need to glob onto something, glob onto that. And now full funnel to all 10 fingers touching. Do you physically feel your 10 fingertips touching? Does it not feel good to actually just focus on one thing? To not only focus on that, but to relax with that. Like that's the job. Feel and focus and funnel that concentration to all 10 fingertips touching. That's it. I know we're used to saying it's got to be harder than that. It isn't. We make it harder when we're too much in our gourd, we're too much in our tree with excessive thoughts coming in so fast with no gap between them. It is difficult to meditate for me as well. So I do a little bit of something that gets me in my body, releases tension. I'm more apt to be more comfortable seated in my body. We all have a surface head chatter, kind of like going to the beach and being on the surface of the water. Meditation says, yeah, okay, but you run a little deeper than that. So go under the surface. Go under the surface of a thought. Go under the surface of a fear. Go under the surface of a worry. Go under the surface of thinking the same thing over and over and over. And especially get under the surface of head chatter that's critical, that's mean. Get under the surface. So that you can actually examine some of your own thoughts. And then ask yourself, do I really want to frighten myself this way? With all this worry, which creates anxiety? It's like a domino effect, and the stress response says, hello, I'm on the way, just by what's going on internally in your thinking mind. Or is it possible that you can allow a thought to pass through? And you give your brain some new programming. Which is incredibly relieving. Just like it feels so good to walk into a clean house or get out of the shower after your body's really clean. The same. All 10 of your fingers touching. You can stay a little bit longer, or you can open your eyes, look out in front of you, not straight across the room, but straight down and out. Give yourself a moment of solitude so that you're more centered when you need to get going on your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you for doing this. Let me know how it benefited you. Take care.